So we've created the Insider Partner Spotlight, and we're so excited to have Wayne Chapin with us from Xerillion, and he's from the Midwest, from Schaumburg, Illinois, and he's going to share a little bit about his journey from being a traditional on-premise partner to a cloud, and kind of how he went through that process. Wayne, thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you share?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me here. So what I'll go ahead and say is that a little bit about us. We're a 16-person IT company based in, managed service company based in the Chicago area. Been in business since 2002. And I was definitely on a path where we were doing server installs, firewalls, support, and things like that. And I wasn't really sure exactly where Microsoft fit in this, as far as our future direction, other than, reselling licenses and things like that. And then one day, a light went off. My partner rep, who had been just kind of checking in with me, every once a quarter, once every 6 months, she kept doing that, and then I'm like, okay, I've kind of seen the light. I'm going to go ahead and go with Microsoft in their path. And it was after so many times of meeting with customers, and they're either telling me they want to get rid of servers, or they just got rid of servers, or how do they do it? And I started to feel uncomfortable just saying, well, I'm going to bring equipment on your site, and we're going to get this set up the way we've been doing it for the last 10, 15 years. So then I talked to my partner manager, and she said, well, what you can do is go ahead and go and get your the gold certificate, gold competency, because there aren't too many partners that have that. So get the gold cloud competency, get the EMS competency, and get the silver cloud platform. And that seemed very overwhelming to me, really, really overwhelming. But and that was back in November, December. And what I'll say there is that while it did seem very overwhelming, and it was initially, there's a few things that really helped. One, I got into the Azure Mentor program. So if any of you guys that go into the Azure portal and you look in there, you're like, oh my goodness, there's just so much stuff here, and you're like, where do I even start? So getting being in the Azure Mentor program gives you a dedicated person to work with on the sales side. It gives you a dedicated person to work with on the technical side, and they can really quickly whittle things down. So when you're trying to put your first couple proposals together, you're not out there on your own. That helped tremendously for our first 3 or 4 proposals that we were working on. So that's what I'll say. On the sales side, you're going to have to get up to speed, and then also get your staff up to speed. Get in the Azure Mentor program, and then you're going to have to get your techs certified. One of the biggest challenges that I had was I would tell the techs in the company, like, guys, your skill set has got to change. I know everybody's comfortable putting it on servers and Exchange and file servers, but things are changing now. You got to get shifted over. And so all of them were like, hey, this sounds great. All this cloud stuff sounds good. But then when you actually have to get them to get certified, it's a big deal. They won't get it done. So after hearing, excuse after excuse after excuse about why I can't get the certification done, and I had incentives, like strong financial incentives to getting it done, it still wasn't happening. So I said one day, all right, I, Wayne, the owner of the company, am going to go get certified in Microsoft Office 365. And the last time I got a certification with Microsoft was 1998. So I went in, and it took me 3 tries to pass the first one. It was hard because I don't do these implementations. But I finally got it done, and man, that broke the ice. It broke the ice, and that was probably about 3 months ago. So I'm officially Microsoft Certified Solutions Associate Office 365. I passed the 2 certs, and now we've since had 5 other guys that have completed it. And that's one thing that I will share with you guys, that as leaders of the company, you're probably going to have to step up. Everybody's probably going to be very interested to do this, but you're going to have to take these guys that got their skills built up in the late 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, and they're gonna have to change that stuff around. So it's probably gonna rely on you. And so the few things as I finish up here, I'll say this: the biggest thing is join the Azure Mentor program if you don't have the Azure skill set, and that's going to take you 9-10 months to get going with that. So you got to start soon. And also, you're going to have to get your staff trained and certified, and that might have to start with the people at the top of your company. And hang in there and get that training done. And you got to differentiate yourself. So.
Thank you so much, Wayne. That's a great story, and I do love that. It takes commitment from the top. We tell our partners that, but you've really demonstrated that, and that it makes a difference. So thank you so much for joining our current call and sharing with us today.
You bet. Thank you.